Watch what 3 surprising foods do to your waistline.
Tomatoes. Now, remember, tomatoes are not a vegetable. They are a fruit. And the scary thing about tomatoes is that the peel and the seeds have lectins. In fact, fairly nasty lectins. So if you have issues with joint pain, arthritis, this is not your friend.
Butter. Should we eat it? Butter. Buttered toast. Buttery pasta, corn, potatoes, popcorn, steak. If you're like me, you probably grew up thinking that butter is bad because it is a fat and fats cause weight gain and can lead to heart disease, but it's simply not the full story. Butter's bad reputation started with a famous study from the 1950s, which found that eating too much butter caused people to develop heart disease. But fast forward 15 years, and heart disease was the most common cause of death in America. So what happened? Well, the study had a major flaw. It didn't account for what we were putting butter on. And today, mountains of evidence show that sugar and processed foods are the key contributors to rising heart disease and fueling the obesity epidemic.
A lot of people are surprised that most of our weight loss or gain is actually controlled by the bugs that live in our gut. And we now know from both animal studies and human studies that there are lean bacteria and there are obesogenic bacteria. One of the tricks is to give lean bacteria what they want to eat.
Think of this pig intestine as your gut. The lining inside your gut is very thin and just one cell thick. But many of the foods we're told are healthy are actually creating tiny tears in the lining of our gut.
Throw the white bread away. If it's white, put it out of sight. One piece of white bread has 4 teaspoons of sugar. Yeah, 4 in every piece, and it doesn't even taste sweet. On top of that, it is loaded with gluten, which, as all of you know, is a lectin and one of the biggest disruptors of our gut wall there is. So please, let's make a sandwich out of something other than white bread.
People know that there's something wrong. They're eating healthier than ever, and yet they're sicker than ever.
And do you think it's stoppable through diet?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Cardiothoracic surgeon Stephen Gundry says he's solved the weight loss mystery.
You really have changed the way I think about what I eat.
Best book I've seen on diet ever.
You did all this research. You were 70 pounds heavier. What did you change? What did you stop eating? What did you start eating?
So I used to be 70 pounds overweight, and I was running 30 miles a week. I was going to the gym 1 hour every day and eating a healthy, low-fat vegetarian diet. And no matter what I did, I couldn't lose weight.
Then Dr. Gundry discovered a remarkable scientific breakthrough that changed everything.
I attribute almost all of my weight loss to the addition of one thing that I did to my diet.
We live in the most advanced era in human history, right? There have never been more medical breakthroughs than there are right now. So tell me one thing. Why is the health of the average American plummeting? Why are digestive issues like bloating, cramps, and constipation at the highest levels ever recorded? Why do so many of us struggle with fatigue and low mood? Why are 66% of Americans overweight, diabetic, or pre-diabetic? And why is that number skyrocketing every day? With projections that in 10 years, a staggering 85% of all Americans will be overweight or obese. Because modern medicine profits from sickness, not health. And in my opinion, their worst fear is that you learn the true cause of what ails you and that you solve it once and for all. That's why I made this video. My name is Dr. Stephen Gundry, and for much of my adult life, I was overweight. My knees and bones ached, and I was tired all the time. This was despite being a world-renowned cardiothoracic surgeon and living the perfect healthy lifestyle most of my fellow doctors recommended. I rarely ate fast food. I consumed low-fat dairy and whole grains. I ran 30 miles a week and worked out at the gym daily. Despite all this, I was 70 pounds overweight, had high blood pressure, migraine headaches, arthritis, high cholesterol, and insulin resistance. I wore braces on my knees because they hurt so much. That was then. Today I'm proud to say I'm not only thin and healthy, I'm actually happy because I finally feel clean and healthy on the inside. I'm turning 70 this year, and people often assume I'm 10 years younger than I am. Best of all, I've now helped tens of thousands of people achieve the same results, including people of every age, many of whom were in really bad shape and thought they could never get healthy. To accomplish this yourself, you do not need to visit a doctor. You do not need to have an expensive surgery. You do not need to do crazy workouts. And you don't have to starve yourself. What you do need to do is change just one aspect of your health. And if you do it, I can practically guarantee your health and life will change in a matter of weeks or even days. What's the one thing you need to change? Your gut. Today, I'm going to share with you my brand new gut cleanse protocol for transforming your physical health and achieving the life you deserve. It's based on scientific research from my 40 years practicing medicine. And do you know the best part? It's actually easy, as long as you're prepared for several myths you've heard all your life to be shattered. As you may know, there are over 340,000 people on Earth right now who are over 100 years old. Amazingly, many of them are still dancing, biking, feeling great, and enjoying life even after their centennial birthday. I'm here to tell you that, despite what you've heard, their amazing health is not due to good luck or superior genetics. They live in different countries, eat different foods. Some have no vices, and some smoke cigarettes and drink wine all day. But if you look at these people closely, a very specific pattern about their lifestyle becomes crystal clear. And by studying this secret pattern, I believe we've discovered a master key that unlocks your body's health and longevity. I've spent many years learning this secret and testing it on myself. And wow, is it working for me? Better than I ever thought possible. It's also working for thousands of people who come to see me at my clinics. And today, I will share this secret, every detail, with you. Why am I doing this? Firstly, the waiting list to see me in Palm Springs and Santa Barbara is currently over a year long. And that's with me working 6 days a week and taking almost no vacations. It's become obvious to me that if I'm going to reach my goal of helping the millions of Americans who struggle with weight, digestive issues, unending food cravings, fatigue, skin problems, physical discomfort, and a host of other issues, I need to spread the word right now about the true cause of these health problems, so the good people of this country can finally take back control of their bodies. In my 40 years of experience in medicine, I eventually came to this unbelievable conclusion. We live in a world where doctors, insurance companies, and drug makers don't provide health care. They provide disease care, waiting for us to get sick so they can charge us for pills to manage our pain, and hiding from you the fact that they aren't in control of your health. You are. And that key to living a long, healthy life is actually free and something everyone has access to. And if you've ever suffered from digestive issues or weight gain or brain fog or fatigue or achy joints or skin problems or cravings for sweets and carbs, or especially if you've suffered from several or all of these things, it is not your fault. And I encourage you to listen closely for the next few minutes. Again, my name is Dr. Stephen Gundry, and I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon and celebrated nutritionist living in Palm Springs and Santa Barbara, California. I graduated with honors from Yale University and received my medical doctorate from the Medical College of Georgia. I spent 16 years as a professor of surgery and pediatrics and chairman of cardiothoracic surgery at the world-famous Loma Linda University School of Medicine. Along with my former partner Leonard Bailey, I performed more infant and pediatric heart transplants than any other doctor in the world. I'm the inventor of the Gundry retrograde cardioplegia cannula, one of the most widely used devices to keep the human heart alive during open heart surgery. I was one of the original 20 surgeons who tested the world's first artificial heart and one of the first to use robots in surgery. But you may know me better from my appearances on shows such as Dr. Oz or interviews on news channels across America. People come to me when they've been everywhere: Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, Stanford, UCLA, and they still can't find answers. And that's why, after 16 years as chief of heart surgery, I left my position at Loma Linda University School of Medicine. I realized that much of what I had learned, much of what we were telling patients, was flat out wrong. Specifically, my research showed that many of the conditions I was treating, weight gain, poor circulation, deteriorating health, heart issues, even mental decline, they were all starting in a place nobody was talking about: the gut. We all knew that poor intestinal health could lead to digestive discomfort, constipation, irritable bowels, and heartburn. But how could a malfunctioning gut lead to problems with your skin, your weight, your energy, your joints, your heart, and even your brain? Back then, nobody was asking the question. But today, thanks to years of research, we finally have the answer. You see, our GI tracts are very long, but they're also very thin. The lining of your intestines is actually just 1 cell thick, which is basically the thinnest thing that you can imagine. Because these gut walls are so thin, they can sometimes tear. And certain things are especially good at causing tears. The worst of these are called lectins. Lectins are sharp, nasty little proteins found in certain kinds of food. Remember when I told you that whole grain bread is terrible for you? That's because those whole wheat grains contain lectins. The lectins are in those dark brown husks of the grain seeds. These sharp microscopic lectins are also in the skin of several kinds of vegetables, including tomatoes, eggplants, and red bell peppers. And when these sharp lectins get into your gut, watch out, because they tear the lining of your gut walls, creating small holes. This is what I and a growing number of experts now refer to as leaky gut. Lectins and other bad guys tearing holes in your gut lining, allowing tiny particles of poop to leak out into your bloodstream. I know, this sounds pretty gross, but you need to hear it. Once they get into your bloodstream, these dirty particles storm across your entire body like an invading horde. If these toxins get into your joints, they can cause aches and pain. If they get into your skin, they can cause itchiness, redness, acne, and rashes. If they get into your upper GI tract, they can cause heartburn and indigestion. If they get into your heart tissue, they can cause the kind of deadly health issues I spent my entire career trying to prevent, including heart disease and even death. Now, you may be wondering something about lectins. How can something supposedly healthy, like a tomato, be so bad for me? After all, haven't humans been eating these foods for our entire history? Actually, this is another myth. Your ancestors didn't eat any of these so-called health foods. You see, tomatoes, bell peppers, and eggplants weren't introduced to Western civilization until 1492, when Christopher Columbus discovered them in the New World and brought them back to Europe. Now, in the case of whole grain wheat, humans in general have been eating it a while longer, since farming began about 10,000 years ago. But even then, most societies historically removed the dark wheat husk and instead ate white bread, which is not a coincidence, because it's in the dark husk that gut-destroying lectins are contained. This is also why everyone in Asia, who have been eating rice for thousands of years, prefer to eat white rice, not brown. However, since about 1970, the use of supposedly healthy brown rice and whole wheat breads and pastas have skyrocketed in our society, thanks to successful marketing campaigns to rebrand these things as healthy, with virtually no evidence, I might add. Do you know what else has happened since 1970? The obesity rate has more than tripled. The diabetes rate has skyrocketed 800%. An astounding 70% of Americans are now considered overweight or obese, and I was one of them. Once I realized the importance of a healthy gut, I began to look at sickness in a completely different way. I was convinced that by unlocking the secrets of a renewed gut, we could find a sort of master key to better health and a longer, happier life. And perhaps the most important piece of the puzzle came when I began studying what researchers refer to as the blue zones. A blue zone is a nickname for the 5 places in the world that contain the most centenarians, people over 100 years old, of anywhere in the world. These locations are the Italian island of Sardinia, Okinawa, Japan, Loma Linda, California, where I once lived and worked as a professor at Loma Linda University, the Nicoya Peninsula of Costa Rica, the Greek island of Icaria, and in my research, I've identified 2 additional regions of super longevity, the Catavans in Papua New Guinea and the residents of Acciaroli, a small town south of Naples, Italy. You might think researchers discovered these people are all eating the same diet or living similar lifestyles. Actually, the opposite is true. Just look at the differences. The Acciarolis eat fish and anchovies, huge amounts of rosemary and olive oil, drink a lot of wine, and eat no bread or pasta. Okay, so fish is good and bread is bad, right? Well, the Sardinians with extreme longevity live in the mountains, so they eat no fish, but they have goat cheese and goat meat and actually eat lots of bread. Now, the Nicoyan don't have fish or bread. Their staples include corn tortillas, beans, and rice. The Catavans smoke tobacco like fiends and eat huge amounts of taro root, which is a carb, and coconut, which is a saturated fat. Yet, they are very skinny, have never had a documented heart attack or stroke, and regularly live into their 90s, without medical care, I might add. You can see why researchers have no idea what makes these people live so long. They couldn't be more different from each other. But I was surprised to learn that of all the research people had done on blue zone lifestyles, nobody had studied one important area. That's right, their gut health. You see, my own research and that of others has shown that gut health is correlated with long life. In 2017, my colleagues at King's College London discovered that people with Alzheimer's disease showed significant amounts of bad bacteria in their guts, and that it might actually be the bad bacteria causing the brain problems, not the other way around. And in one of the largest human gut studies of all time, over 1,000 healthy people from China were analyzed by researchers at Western University in Canada. This included young people, middle-aged people, elderly people, including a group of super-agers who were over 90 but still in fantastic health. What the researchers found in the guts of these super-agers was shocking. According to Dr. Greg Glore, the lead investigator, The main conclusion is that if you are ridiculously healthy and 90 years old, your gut microbiota is not that different from a healthy 30-year-old in the same population. That's right, the 90-year-old's secret wasn't just good genes or surgeries to make them look young, it was that their guts were young. Now, back to the people living in the blue zones. When I looked closely at their lifestyles and compared it to my own research on gut health, I began to notice something that nobody else had seen. Firstly, many of these cultures eat foods that contain lectins. But when I studied their diets, I found something extraordinary. Each culture also eats specific foods that seem to counteract the bad effects from lectins. Let me repeat this because it's very important. Foods with lectins tear holes in our gut and destroy our health. But other foods exist that can help you naturally reverse the damage by actually repairing the gut. Even more amazing, it's not the foods themselves that do it. These foods feed certain bacteria so they can make a compound that helps your body naturally repair itself. And the repairman in your gut is an incredible compound called butyrate. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid. It's one of the most important substances in your entire body. In your gut, this superhero is in charge of many things. It's the main source of energy for your gut, fueling all those cells that line your intestines. It neutralizes inflammatory enzymes, meaning it soothes the gut walls. It's a powerful antioxidant, meaning it helps reduce the stress on your cells. But most important of all, butyrate helps strengthen the cells in your gut lining. By nourishing your gut lining, it basically is tightening the junctions that connect every cell of your gut walls. So if the walls have holes or leaks, butyrate comes by like a repairman and helps your cells patch up the holes. But what does all that mean for you? In a landmark 2015 study in Spain, 113 people with digestive discomfort, constipation, diarrhea, and bloating had their gut health compared to 66 healthy controls. The people suffering from digestive issues all had significantly lower levels of butyrate, and the people without digestive issues had very high levels of butyrate. Butyrate was the difference between a healthy and unhealthy gut. Not surprisingly, another study found that supplementing people who suffer from bowel issues not only provided a significant improvement, it worked for 100% of the study participants. Yes, 100%. But it doesn't end there. Butyrate can also support brain health. In fact, a 2011 study in Germany showed butyrate could even provide mental benefits to aging mice. Even better, butyrate can help manage blood sugar levels already within the normal range. So if you're someone who likes to keep an eye on your blood sugar, butyrate is a godsend. Butyrate also produces legendary ketones in the liver, which is not only great for liver health, it's an important aspect of many diets. For instance, you may have heard of the keto diet before, where people give up 100% of their carbs. Why do they do this? Because when they do, their body goes into overdrive producing ketones, helping them lose weight. Well, butyrate produces ketones, all on its own, without giving up carbs. When your gut is weak, these toxins create havoc on our health, storming across our body. But butyrate helps us fix the holes. It soothes the gut walls, and the more you have of it, odds are the better you're going to be. I can tell you, both as a doctor and my own patient, I now consider butyrate to be one of, if not the, most important health boosters in the human body. Okay, so how do we get more butyrate? Well, butyrate is made inside you, and it requires two things. The first thing you need is good bacteria in your gut. You may have heard of these good bacteria before. They're called probiotics. As you may know, your body contains trillions of bacteria. These beneficial bacteria, which we call probiotics, are vital to human health. Damaging the probiotics in your gut has been shown in countless studies to have negative effects on your body. The most well-studied is colorectal cancer. Researchers say that a decrease in good bacteria and an increase in bad bacteria may lead to inflammation that actually creates tumors. In short, an imbalance of beneficial bacteria in the gut is now shown in numerous studies to be a massively important part of human health. On the plus side, increased gut health has been linked to all of the following: slimmer waistlines, reduced cravings for sugar and carbs, improved skin issues, and even more energy. It turns out probiotics make butyrate. But here's the thing no one will tell you. Probiotics alone won't get you butyrate. That's because to make butyrate, the probiotics need fuel. And that fuel is called prebiotics. Prebiotics are what the bacteria eat. This is what most people don't understand about probiotics. They're actually useless without prebiotics. And the more fuel you give your gut bacteria, the more butyrate they can make. And because of this, prebiotics have been shown to support massive health benefits, including all of the following. They reduce food cravings because prebiotic fiber makes you feel full. They soothe your intestinal tract because they create butyrate, the gut wall fixer. They create smoother, more regular bowel movements. Studies show that they help you lose weight. They even have a positive effect on heart health. Okay, so what foods contain prebiotic fiber? My top 5 choices are chicory roots, asparagus, leeks, Jerusalem artichokes, and onions. And I'll give you 2 bonus gut boosters, walnuts and pistachios. In fact, studies show that consuming large amounts of certain nuts can boost heart health and may even reduce the risk of developing certain types of cancer. But there's a few problems. Firstly, things like chicory and Jerusalem artichokes are tough to squeeze into your daily diet. Moreover, while eating these foods was probably enough for our ancestors to maintain a strong gut lining, modern humans are dealing with new problems. We eat processed foods crammed with sugar and chemicals, which destroy our gut lining. This includes things like the zero-calorie sweetener Splenda. According to a study at Duke University, a single packet of Splenda can destroy up to half of the probiotics in your gut. These foods are so commonplace, a staggering 74% of Americans now suffer from GI discomfort, which is probably why we also consume millions of capsules of over-the-counter pills to mask the symptoms of heartburn, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and stomach discomfort, which works in the short term. But here's another thing the health industry hasn't made clear. Over-the-counter remedies, the antacids, the chalky chewables, aren't just useless in helping you with issues of leaky gut. They are actually a primary cause of leaky gut. Yes, this fact has now been shown in multiple scientific studies, and not just 1 or 2 studies. Dozens of studies from the top researchers around the world, the United States, Japan, Italy, Britain, and others, have shown that these so-called digestion helpers actually reduce mucus in the gut lining. That means less protection from toxins and more tears. In fact, studies have also indicated that prolonged use of any of these over-the-counter products can actually be disastrous for your health. How can that be possible? How can companies be selling us things to help us that are actually hurting us? Of course, only they know for sure, but I have a theory, and you may already know my answer. Money. Over-the-counter pills and chewables are a multi-billion-dollar industry. And as I've said before, there is no profit in fixing someone's problem. This is just common sense. There is a lot of profit, however, in making sure it never goes away. If this makes you angry, you are not alone. I was right there with you, which is when I finally decided to do something about it. Not just for me, but for all the patients in my care who were suffering from unexplained weight gain, fatigue, food cravings, and digestive problems and had no idea how to fix them. Well, armed with my new knowledge of the importance of gut health, I set out to make an all-natural formula that could actually boost my gut walls, not tear it. And pretty soon, I had something that actually gave me results, a mix of probiotics and prebiotics. By supplementing with these 2 things, I had the 2 ingredients my gut needed to make butyrate and keep me healthy and happy. That includes getting rid of my achy joints, my fatigue, my brain fog, and best of all, losing 70 pounds of weight and keeping it off for over 20 years and counting. But here's the thing. Prebiotics and probiotics worked really well for me because I used them in conjunction with a 100% lectin-free diet. And while many people have adopted my diet and had the same results I did, for other people, a totally lectin-free diet is just too tough. And believe me, I understand. People have busy lives, and very strict diets are not for everyone. So I began asking myself a new question. Was there any way I could give people a shortcut to improve gut health? Not just by increasing prebiotics and probiotics, but actually supplementing with pure 100% butyrate itself. This might seem obvious, but the truth is there's a big reason nobody does this. Butyrate supplements never make it to your gut. Butyrate is bound to salt ions, and your stomach breaks these connections down. So when you eat butyrate, it never makes it past your stomach to the intestines. So I began researching something that I knew could be a game changer, a way to create a type of butyrate that could be successfully ingested and make it to the gut walls. I discovered a laboratory here in the USA that had done something amazing. They had created a special technology that encapsulates liquid on a microscopic level. This encapsulation process protects whatever is inside, even from stomach acid. When I heard about it, I asked them a question that would end up changing my life and the lives of thousands of others. Can we create encapsulated butyrate? A few months later, after much testing, we had the answer. A regular-sized capsule that is actually filled with hundreds of smaller little capsules containing 100% pure, powerful butyrate. Not only that, we found a way to add my 2 other gut boosters, probiotics and prebiotics. Armed with a brand new 3-pronged gut health capsule, there was only one thing left to do. Try it. I started giving it to select clients as well, people who were in desperate need of help and hadn't had success from other methods. They told me it was making big changes. Some even said it didn't take weeks or months, but days. Specifically, people were telling me they were having the best bowel movements of their lives. I wasn't totally surprised, though. I was having the exact same experience. As time went on, we noticed the deeper benefits: less gas and bloating, more energy, vastly reduced food cravings, a slimmer waistline, and best of all, people reported they just felt healthier, like their body was finally working right for the first time in years. And when I looked in the mirror, I could see the changes, and my clients were telling me the exact same thing. Dr. Gundry, I just wanted to fix my digestive issues. I had no idea I could actually look better. I asked our lab to come up with a larger batch of this complete bio cleanse. Enough so that I could start giving it to friends, family, and anyone who wanted to finally put these frustrating health problems behind them, once and for all. We called this new formula BioComplete 3. BioComplete 3 is the first and only formula to combine these three powerful ingredients in a revolutionary new gut health blend. And it's already helping people just like yourself achieve things they never thought were possible. Digestive issues improving dramatically or vanishing altogether. Excess weight, especially belly fat, finally becoming easier to lose. Your skin appears clearer, your joints move more comfortably. Fatigue being replaced by an abundance of energy, the kind of energy you had as a kid, and the kind you can have again with a healthy gut. And do you know what I love most about this formula? Our lab discovered a way to turn these ingredients, including pure encapsulated butyrate, into a single powerful pill. A pill you can take yourself every day, right in the comfort of your own home. And it goes to work soothing your digestive lining after just the very first use. It's the healthy, naturally inspired capsule that I formulated to help you finally achieve the health and confidence you deserve. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get BioComplete 3 in just a moment. But first, let me explain how we achieve these incredible results. It's all thanks to these potent ingredients, which work because of what I call the three-pronged defense. These lines of defense do three things to help you stop leaky gut. Number 1, boost your probiotic levels, so you have lots of good bacteria. Number 2, boost your prebiotic levels, so your good bacteria have fuel. Number 3, boost butyrate levels, so your body can build an ironclad gut lining. You already know about our revolutionary encapsulated butyrate, so let me briefly tell you about the incredible prebiotics and probiotics we used as well. Let's start with the super probiotic Bacillus coagulans. Of all the beneficial bacteria you can get into your gut, my favorite is Bacillus coagulans. That's because studies have shown it to be effective in helping stop bloating, abdominal discomfort, and occasional constipation and diarrhea. It's also been shown to help reduce straining and discomfort during bowel movements. And in animal studies, it's even shown to significantly reduce joint discomfort. But the main reason I chose this specific form of probiotic is because it actually survives all the way to the gut. You see, most probiotics you see in stores or online are made with bacteria that can't survive your stomach acid, the same problem we had with butyrate. That's where our Bacillus coagulans comes in. This is a major innovation in the field of probiotics, which is why I believe the study results for it have been so extraordinary. And it's in every serving of BioComplete 3. But as I mentioned before, even the most powerful probiotics would be useless without the right fuel, high-fiber prebiotics. And for BioComplete 3, I chose the best prebiotic on the planet, a special form of prebiotic called sunfiber. Sunfiber, or guar gum, is extracted from special guar beans in Australia. And the extract from this plant produces one of the most powerful prebiotics on Earth. It's a well-established fact that virtually all prebiotics can help with reducing hunger cravings, providing smoother, easier bowel movements, helping achieve a slimmer waistline, supporting already healthy blood sugar levels, and even maintaining your heart health. And of course, they're the fuel that allows your probiotics to create butyrate. But most prebiotics do have one problem: bloating. This bloating is due to the fact that prebiotics contain certain kinds of fibers called FODMAPs. But that's where sunfiber comes in. It contains no FODMAPs. And yes, this digestive superfuel is in every serving of BioComplete 3. And when you combine it with our super strain probiotic and our pure encapsulated butyrate, you get what I now consider to be the most powerful all-in-one digestive health supplement I've ever created, bar none. In fact, to test the power of BioComplete 3 for these exact issues, we conducted user groups between July and October of 2019. 30 volunteers between the ages of 32 and 74 who wanted help with nagging digestive issues. After 2 weeks of using BioComplete 3, 97% of users said their bowel movements were more regular. 90% had a more positive mood. 87% had fewer cravings for carbs. 93% experienced less abdominal discomfort. And 97% said they could eat their favorite foods with less digestive discomfort. This was after just 14 days. But when our users came back after 4 weeks, their results were even better. 97% had fewer cravings for unhealthy foods. 100% said their overall digestion was better. 94% said they felt healthier. 90% had more energy. 90% said they were thinking more clearly. A majority of users said they had lost weight, noticed a decrease in belly fat, and that their stomach looked flatter. 90% had less gas and bloating. A staggering 100% said their bowel movements were now smooth and easy, and 97% of users said they just plain felt better. These results from total strangers are phenomenal. In 40 years of practicing medicine, I've rarely seen anything work this fast or this well. Okay, so let's talk about how you can try BioComplete 3 and experience these same dramatic changes for yourself. Now that our user groups are complete, we've been getting more and more calls to find out how retailers can get BioComplete 3 in their stores. They were quoting me retail prices of over $100 a bottle. That's just too high, I told them. Well, my Gundry MD team looked into it, and as you might expect, we can do better. And by distributing BioComplete 3 ourselves with no middleman, my team said we could use 100% high-quality ingredients for a suggested retail price of $69.95. I was impressed. That's actually a price I would have gladly paid to get rid of digestive issues, food cravings, and the many other health issues I suffered from prior to fixing my leaky gut. But I know the more affordable something is, the more people will have access to it. So, because you've watched this entire video, and because I know how serious you are about finally taking control of your gut health, we've decided to dramatically lower the price of BioComplete 3 for a short period of time. So, if you order BioComplete 3 from us today, you don't have to spend $100 a bottle to finally tackle your health. Actually, you don't even need to spend half that. If you order BioComplete 3 right now through this video presentation, you'll pay only $49.95. That's an instant savings of $20. But remember, this offer is only available to first-time customers through this video presentation, and it's only available until supplies run out. And supplies will sell out. When they do sell out, this offer will be taken down immediately, and BioComplete 3 will return to its regular price of $69.95. Why are we lowering the price so low? Well, there's two reasons. First, my life mission is to help fix the gut health of as many people as I can. I've lectured around the world. I've appeared on shows such as Dr. Oz and The Today Show, and I've been on podcasts and hundreds of news programs across the country to spread this important message. BioComplete 3 is my newest and I believe most powerful tool yet. A way I can reach through the screen not just with my words, but actually send help directly to the people who need it. And second, after 40 years in this industry, I'm just flat out sick of Big Pharma having a stranglehold on the health of Americans. The more people who learn that there are natural, healthy ways to address their problems, the less they'll rely on Big Pharma. All I ask is that when you feel the life-changing results that come from healing your own gut, that you tell your friends and family about BioComplete 3 as well. My hope is for Gundry MD to become a household name, and I know this formula works, so I want as many people to be able to afford it as possible. Update. Congrats on making it this far. Because you're serious about improving your mental and physical health, we've got some new special packages of BioComplete 3 available to help you save even more. You see, most of our users fall in love with BioComplete 3 after just their first week of use, myself included. In fact, we've received over 20,000 orders of BioComplete 3 in the last 2 months alone. And the reason we have so many users is because when people start taking BioComplete 3, they end up asking for quite a bit more, not just for themselves, but for friends and family too. So we've created multi-pack options to help you get some really big savings. When you order a pack of 3 bottles of BioComplete 3, you'll pay only $44.95 a bottle. That's $25 off the retail price of $69.95. And you'll get free shipping with your order today. And if you order a package of 6 bottles, you'll save even more, up to $165 off the retail price, which is incredible. Prolonged use is the #1 best way to get the most out of BioComplete 3, so scan the QR code on screen right now to find out if these options are still available. If we do still have stock available, you'll see the subscribe and save option on the right side of the product page. I encourage you to act now if you're serious about your health and longevity. When this batch is sold out, the offer will be removed immediately, and BioComplete 3 will return to its regular price of $69.95. Right now, you can pay as little as $1.27 per day to give you the energy-boosting power of our Gut Hero blend, as well as the fat-burning power of reduced cravings and so much more from the 3 unique ingredients. Best of all, every single bottle of BioComplete 3 comes with Gundry MD's 90-day money-back guarantee. Yes, that means you can use every single pill, and if you don't experience all of the benefits our user groups did, just send it back, and we'll happily return every cent of your purchase price, no questions asked, even if it's just the empty bottles. That's how confident we are in this groundbreaking new formula, So I want you to use it all and experience the incredible change for yourself. So scan the QR code on screen right now and let's get started. When you get to our order page, you'll see order options for BioComplete 3 on the right side of the page. If you see options for our special 3 and 6 bottle packages, then we still have some of those packages in stock and the extra savings are still available. And our warehouse is based in the USA, right here in Southern California, with a team of friendly customer service specialists standing by if you have any questions. The feedback we've already received has been phenomenal, so I hope you're able to order right now and take advantage of the special internet-only price before it shoots up and you miss your chance. Most packages leave our warehouse the same day they're ordered, which means if you order now, you could be opening your first bottle of BioComplete 3 in just a few days. And incredibly, at this special internet-only price, enjoying BioComplete 3 is actually less expensive each day than a cup of coffee. Yet it provides a far cleaner type of boost, leaving you energized yet relaxed all day without any late afternoon crash. Imagine the feeling of taking BioComplete 3 for the first time, knowing the formula was created using the most advanced gut-protecting, fat-burning technology available. When our gut health blend begins to take effect in your body, you could feel what I and other users do. The pleasant surge of energy, that feeling of pure clarity and confidence, like the cobwebs have been brushed aside and everything is suddenly crystal clear. In fact, I bet after your first time using BioComplete 3, you'll say to yourself exactly what I did. I didn't know I could still feel this good again. So please, if you want to feel the dramatic effects of this groundbreaking health booster, scan the QR code on screen while there's still time available and we have some bottles left in stock. Now, I'd like to get serious for a moment and talk about what's going to happen if you don't start making some real changes today. The fatigue you're dealing with right now, the digestive discomfort, the extra weight, these are not problems that just go away on their own. Yes, you could make some radical changes to your lifestyle, dramatically eliminating lots of foods from your diet, starting a comprehensive exercise plan, but these changes are very difficult to stick to. As a surgeon and a celebrated nutritionist, I can tell you that the longer you wait to deal with problems, the worse they get. That's why I'm urging you to take action today and make a positive change in your health. Try Gundry MD BioComplete 3 right now, risk-free, and see for yourself. I want you to feel great after you eat and to make indigestion, gas, and constipation a thing of the past. I want you to feel and see your changing waistline every morning when you look in the mirror. I want you to feel the vitality you know is inside you, just waiting to come out. Just scan the QR code on screen and get started right away with this investment in your future. And remember, this special first-time customer offer is only available while this video window is open or until supplies run out. Don't forget, you'll get significantly deeper discounts on larger packages, up to $165 instantly off the suggested retail price, if you act right now. I'm certain Gundry MD BioComplete 3 can help you live longer and feel better than you have in years. For your health, I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry. Try BioComplete 3 by scanning the QR code or go to gutfeeling444.com in order to get up to 45% off.